After barely escaping the trials of the fourth choice of Mordin's maze, the knight came across 3 doors. A red door, a yellow door, and a blue door. Each one of these doors had a sign in front of them. Sign A, sign B, and sign C. Sign A said, "These signs are all false." Sign B said, "The sign on door A is true." And sign C said, "This is the correct door to open." So which door did the knight take? Well, we can start by organizing everything we know. And we can do that using this table. This row is for door A. This row is for door B. And finally, this row is for door C. Remember the rule from yesterday. A sign may be either correct or incorrect, but it cannot be both. And there is no limit to the number of correct or incorrect signs. So, if the knight wanted to take door A, which of these signs would be either correct or incorrect? Let's start by looking at sign C. Sign C says, "This is the correct door to open." Well, remember, we want to take door A. We do not want to take door C. So, sign C has to be incorrect, because if sign C is incorrect, it would say, "This is the incorrect door to open," which is what we want. Now, here's the catch with sign A and sign B. Sign B simply agrees to whatever sign A says. So sign A says, "These signs are all false." Well, what does that mean? That means this sign, and this sign are all false. Well, if sign C is false, that means this is the correct door to open. And we do not want to take door C. We want to take door A. So, sign A has to be incorrect. Because if sign A is incorrect, it would read, "These signs are all true." Now, let's look at sign B. Sign B says, "This sign on door A is true." Well, we assumed sign A is incorrect. So, sign B is also incorrect. But wait a minute. In this option, sign A contradicts itself, and we don't know which door we should take. So this is not the option to go with. Instead, let's look at option 2. Which signs would have to be either correct or incorrect in order for the knight to take door B? Let's start by looking at sign C. Sign C says, this is the correct door to open. Well, we do not want to take door C. We want to take door B. So sign C has to be incorrect. Now let's look at sign A. Sign A says, these signs are all false. Well, that means sign A, sign B, and sign C are all false. And remember, sign C now says, this is the incorrect door to open. So if sign C is also false, that would mean this is the correct door to open. And we do not want to take this door. We want to take door B. So just like before, sign A has to be incorrect. Now let's look at sign B. Remember, sign B simply agrees with whatever sign A says. And here we assumed sign A is incorrect. So, just like before, sign B is also incorrect. Well, what's the problem with this option? Just like before, we don't know which door to take. And sign A presents a contradiction. So, this is not the option to go with. Instead, let's look at taking door C. Starting with sign C. Sign C says, this is the correct door to open. Well, we want to take this door. So sign C has to be correct. Now, let's look at sign A. Sign A says, these signs are all false. Well, we assumed sign C is correct. So clearly, sign A is incorrect. Now, let's look at sign B. Sign B says, the sign on door A is true. Well, we assumed sign A is incorrect. So sign B also has to be incorrect. This looks like the correct option because sign C tells us to take door C, and it tells us not to take door A or door B. And these two signs confirm that. So door C is the door we should take. And the knight took door C. But just as he did,